everybody, and welcome to Storytime with Miss Morgan here at the Tennessee State Museum. I'm so glad to see you guys today. Now, you might notice I don't have a book. So before we get started, let's sing our welcome song, and I'll tell you where we're headed. Let's go. Are you guys ready to sing our good morning song? So before we get started, let's practice and warm up those talking hands. So remember, our signs are happy and good morning. So let's practice one more time. So happy, take your hands like you're fanning yourself, say happy. And good morning, take the fingers to your chin and say good morning. Great job, you guys are doing such a wonderful job. Good job. All right, so remember, we're gonna sing it twice. So you ready? Good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Ready again? Say, good morning to you, and how do you do? I'm happy to see you. Good morning to you. Oh, great job. Good, 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 good. Are you guys ready? It's now time for story time. Let's go. Great job, everybody. Big round of applause. Pat yourself on the back. You guys did a great job. All right, so we got our welcome song taken care of. So today I will not be reading our story. We have a very special guest, and her name is Miss Meg, and she works for Roots. So she's actually going to read to you today in honor of Earth Day, which is this week. So if you guys are ready, let's head out and go see Miss Meg. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Meg Morgan, and I am so excited to be here with you today for story time. I work with the Root Nashville tree planting campaign at the Cumberland River Compact. So excited to be today's guest storyteller because today is a special day. Today is Earth Day. Today we get to talk about and celebrate our home, where we live, the Earth. There are so many things that the Earth provides us, and with so many reasons why we need to help protect the Earth in turn. So take a deep breath in and out. Earth provides us with clean air to breathe, clean water to drink, food to eat from farms and from community gardens. And also think about your favorite animal. So I'll give you a second to think about this. Tell me your favorite animal on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, lots of good animals out there. There are no bad animals, so lots of good choices. My favorite animals are squirrels. And they just have these bushy tails, and they're so active, and they love to run around, and I love that you can see them even in your own front and backyard. They're just so fun to watch. Trees, as you know, are the home for these squirrels, and trees are also really important for the Earth. So where I work at the Root Nashville campaign, we're trying to plant as a city 500,000 trees in Nashville. That's 500,000 trees. So why are we trying to plant so many trees? What is good about planting trees? They help us have clean air to breathe. So remember that from our deep breath. Trees help provide that clean air to breathe. They also protect us when it rains a lot because trees love to soak up water with their roots that are underground. So when it rains a lot, the trees soak up that water, and then they also give us beautiful shade. Think about how hot it gets in the summertime, right? And how nice it feels to be under the shade of a tree. So you can thank trees for a lot of different things. So Earth Day takes place in April. We're in the month of April right now, and it's a lovely spring season, but you actually do not want to plant trees in April here in Nashville. You actually want to plant trees in fall and winter. So one thing you can do this Earth Day is think about where in your front or backyard at home, or maybe even in your schools, you could plant trees. Places that would be really nice to have shade, and places that don't maybe have those beautiful blooms and you would like to see them. So you can start thinking now about where you would like to maybe see some trees planted later on in the year because of all the many things that they provide us. So happy Earth Day again. So happy to be reading with you all today this book called My Friend Earth. You'll hear a lot of different things in this book, including lots of different animals, so keep an eye out for all those different animals, lots of different plants, including trees, and you will notice the seasons. So we're in spring right now, which means that summer is coming up next when it gets really hot, but sometimes when you have a vacation from school. Fall, when the leaves fall from the trees, and then winter when it gets really cold. So this book, you'll see, it starts out in winter and then it slowly goes through those seasons. So think about the animals, think about the different plants that you'll see in this book, and also be watching and following along as we go through the different seasons. So let's go ahead and take a look. My Friend Earth, written by Patricia McLawn and illustrated by Francesca Sana. See a lot of trees at the very beginning here already. My Friend Earth. My friend Earth wakes from a winter nap. She hears the busy spring sounds, the farmer's hoe tap-tapping in the garden, the caw of crows. She sees the little, the silent seed, the spider spinning silver, the robin and the wrens, and the large, the long-winged albatross crossing the sea, the mole tunneling in the underdark. She guides the chimpanzee to her night nest. And the zebra baby to find his mother in the hundreds of black and white striped mothers. She tends the prairie where sun-dappled wild horses run through grasses that swish against their legs. The tundra where the reindeer graze for moss, and the glistening ice where the young polar bear pads on mittened feet. She guards all the creatures in the oceans, the black manta rays sleek like shadows, the shining parrotfish, the tiny krill who swim with millions of other krill to look big, and the whales who are big. My Friend Earth pours the summer rain to fill streams, flowing down mountains, through the fields, to the rivers, to the sea. Sometimes she pours too much rain, flooding towns and meadows and roads, until she dries the land. Sometimes she blows fierce autumn winds, sweeping the limbs of trees and shingles from the roofs of barns. Until she stills the wind, so red and orange and yellow leaves float to the ground. When cold comes again, My Friend Earth sprinkles the snow, whisper silent, covering the dens where the baby black bears are born in soft darkness, drifting over the icy pond where the turtle sleeps in mud, settling into the empty nests of birds. Under the white, the silent seed is cradled in the dark soil, watching. Waiting. To fly up again in the warm, bright sun of spring. And that is the end of our story. So we see how we started in spring at the very beginning when Earth was just waking up from after sleeping during the winter. Moved into the summer and then went into fall before winter again and spring, and all goes in a cycle. So what's your favorite season? Spring, right now where we are with Earth Day, summer, fall, or winter? Tell me your favorite season. My favorite season is summer because I love swimming, and even though it's hot outside, I love being in the bright sunshine. But also, fall and winter are pretty cool too because you get to plant trees at that time and you get to wait until they bloom out in the spring and then watch them come alive. So I hope that you enjoyed this story time. Thank you for listening along as we read the book, My Friend Earth. Happy Earth Day. Please hope that you plant trees sometime in the future and that you think about the many wonderful ways that Earth gives back to us. Thank you so much.
Wasn't that an awesome story? I think it's such a fun story, and those illustrations are beautiful. So before we get started on our activity, let's give Miss Meg a big round of applause. Say, great job, Miss Meg. She was such a fun reader, and I am so happy that we were able to partner with them for our story time. Roots is a wonderful organization here in Nashville. So if you have time, ask an adult. Maybe you guys can check out their website and see all the fun things that they do. So let's check our schedule. We read our story, so now it's time for our activity. So for Earth Day, a lot of people do things like pick up trash or look for recycling, or they plant flowers and things like that. So remember, Miss Meg said we plant trees when it's cold. So a lot of times when it gets warmer, we plant things like flowers and vegetables. I know both my mom and dad are getting ready to plant their big springtime garden. So Miss Morgan, you guys, is not a very good gardener. I've kept my succulents alive, and that's about it. So if anybody has any tips and tricks for me, leave them in the comments. I'm happy to hear them. So for our art today, I thought we could do something really fun that we can hang outside. So we're gonna make a windsock. So I have used some really simple things we have around your house. I have a piece of construction paper, another piece of paper, and then some ribbon. But here's the cool thing about this windsock. You see how it's kind of a cylinder like this? You can look through it. If you have a paper towel roll or toilet paper roll, you could also use that as your windsock. You would just have to attach the handle and then you can color it. So I decided to add some things like flowers and a butterfly and a bumblebee, and these ribbons look really cool when the wind is blowing. So have fun with it. You can decorate any way you want to, and then when you get done, you just go outside and you can hang it on a branch on a tree. And when it gets windy, it's going to blow like this, and it's really pretty. You know, if you want to be ambitious, you could even make some for friends, and you can leave them at their house for them to hang up. I just think it's a really fun way. You can use recycle materials like those toilet paper rolls and things like that to make it. Or maybe you have some paper that you've used in the past, and instead of throwing away, you can flip it over and you can make a windsock on the backside. So I hope you guys have fun with this. Again, if you have some really cool windsocks, which I bet you will because you guys are super creative, post them on social media. We'd love to see them. And if you guys have some other cool recycled art ideas, I would love to hear them. I think recycled art is really cool. So let's check our schedule. Ooh, it's time for our artifact. So today being Earth Day, I have the earth behind me. We have two artifacts, and our first one right here is our Earth Day patch. So this is a Girl Scout patch that we have here in our collection, and a lot of organizations like the Girl Scouts and the Boy Scouts, even just other clubs, and a lot of times people who have work at companies and things like that, they get together on Earth Day and they do things together. So I remember when I was in Girl Scouts, we got together on Earth Day and we picked up trash at the park. And so Girl Scout probably got this patch or something like that. And our next artifact is this one. It's a state park pamphlet. So here in Tennessee, we have lots of really beautiful state parks. And so one of the fun things that you can do now that the weather is getting nice and warm is you can visit a state park. And a lot of our state parks have an initiative called the Go Green Project. And what's really cool about that is our parks are trying really hard to make sure that people who visit do things like pick up their trash and recycle. So they have lots of things like recycle bins and trash cans throughout their parks to make sure that their parks stay green and beautiful for everyone. So I hope you guys have fun checking out a state park. And if you don't live in Tennessee, check out the local state parks where you live. I bet we have some really cool ones from around the country. And again, if you visit a state park, drop us a picture in the comments. We'd love to see where you visit. So you guys, I can't believe it, but we're done for the day. And I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Get out there and have fun. Enjoy our earth. And you know what? I hope you have a great day. And we'll see you next week at Storytime with Miss Morgan. Bye, guys.